Okay, I hope you all are enjoying the anniversary update, but in this video I'll quickly go over some of the newly introduced systems and stuff, some quick tips, etc. Before I go into more of the details about things, first thing I want to mention is a reminder that the monthly shop is resetting tomorrow. So go get this before that. Go to shop, trading post, furniture shop, and at least buy out the 2 outfit gacha tickets. You can access this shop from inside the crew deck as well on the top right corner. Also, some of the different shops now have these universal chain keys that are the currency for evolving your common keys, which we'll talk about later, but buy these regularly as well, they are a very limited resource right now. With that being said, the first new system introduced is the 3D crew deck itself. The in-game tutorial does a good job of helping you get started, but there's a few extra stuff that I can help you with. Firstly, you can see your crew deck level here, and this hammer icon is the XP needed for the next level. Leveling it up is a priority to unlock more furniture and get the furniture building currency. But how do you get this XP? You might be stuck on a level right now. First source of that is from the weekly recreation points. You can earn 100 max daily and 400 max weekly. You can see doing what gives you how much recreation points from here. You can get 500 total crew deck XP from here weekly. Another source is from buying furnitures. You can see how much XP they each get you. The most efficient ones are these tape benches. They all cost you 100 Merkle leaves and each gives 10 XP. You can buy a lot of them to gain some level XP quickly. In crew deck, always check if there's any missions from the map and get those done to progress and unlock more stuff. When eating a food from the kitchen, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Center UC, Springfield and Chihuahua have higher rates of success than others here. Gotta test that out though. Also, see if you have any promise stories accessible for any of your dolls and do those for some extra rewards. You can easily see if a doll has any available promise story from this icon on top of their head. Talk to them, choose the correct option, and you can do this from here as well. Lastly, the outfit gacha. You unlock it by building this gachapon machine in the recreation room. You talk to Nemesis and unlock the gacha. Later you can access it directly from the main UI. This is my first 10 pull, let's see what I get. Okay, this is a voiceover, so I already know what I got. I think I got pretty lucky with this one. Let me know how your gacha pulls went in the comments. Something else that's related to the crew deck is that on the home screen there's crew deck option now, but you don't have to always go into the crew deck to find the dispatch room or the dormitory. You can simply access the dispatch room from here where you collect your dailies. You can go to the dormitories to give your dolls gifts directly from these missions here as well. They take you to there when you click on them. Or also from the repeating room by clicking on the sofa. I think it's faster than loading the crew deck and going from there. Next new system introduced is the common key evolution thing. If you have any affinity keys attached to the common key slots on your doll, they are now inactive and don't provide any stats. So check those and remove them from there. You have one dedicated affinity key slot now and those can only go there. You can put on anyone's affinity key on anyone. Like here I have Tololo's affinity key on Vector, but here you see that it says boost not activated and all the stats are 3%. We can't evolve affinity keys, but if you put the doll's own affinity key in that slot, then this boost is activated. How much boost depends on the affinity level. I only have Vector with Covenant, so she is max affinity level 9 and so her affinity key gives full stats on her. Similarly for my Springfield, whose level 5 affinity doesn't have boosts active when equipping someone else's affinity key, but for our own one gets the level 5 boost 10%, so the stats will be 3.3%. Since there's no evolution for affinity keys, I think it's usually better to equip their own affinity keys unless it's like a DPS but their affinity key has HP and defense line, then it's better to equip other ones with attack percentage and crit rate, crit damage even if they will be at 3%. But what can be evolved is the common keys. Let me do it for Tololo. She has a very good common key of her own worth more upgrades. It already got attack percent on it. Your highest priority to unlock is crit damage. Since we don't have many sources of it, right now we can only get it from the weapon muzzle piece and remolding flowers I think. So crit damage is very good. And then crit rate of course. We can upgrade these stats using this new currency that I mentioned before. It's very limited right now. You can get more of these by dismantling your purple and blue common keys. I would suggest to dismantle the blue ones for now, keep the purple ones. Some of them are good and we also don't have a whole lot of these keys, so they may come in useful in a pinch. Some universally good common keys worth upgrading right now, especially DPS keys, are Tololos of course, also Linds, Viplis, Dosebnaya and Ulrid ones if you got, etc. QJ1 is really good for her or any out of turn attacker. Since it got crit percent main, we will obviously go for attack boost and crit damage substats here. Usually these three are the stats you always want on here, unless it's someone like Springfield who wants HP percent. So if you don't have that for her keys, you can go for it on her. Also you can see for purple universal keys like this, you can upgrade even the default stat lines, they don't come maxed. Okay, that's about everything you need to know on the key evolution thing. Let me also talk a bit and clarify about this fire control presets thing here. This is the auto battle settings that you can set up per doll. So for Vector here, movement strategy balance seems fine to me. I don't want her to either walk up to the enemy or stay far behind. So balanced is good. Skill strategy, we have two choices. I will go for priority strategy on Vector to set the skill priority order for her. So I want her ult to be the first prio. Whenever it's available, she should use it. Target priority for ult, let me see, maybe weakness type for the enemies with burn weakness. Actually no, her ult will inflict burn weakness itself, so maybe positioning or base stats with targeting the highest HP enemy. Yeah, that looks good to me. It's a big AoE and it won't really matter for single target bosses anyway. When our ult is not available, let's set the second priority skill as our skill 2 and it should prioritize targeting enemies with burn weakness. And similarly, her third skill priority should be skill 1 when both her ult and skill 2 are on cooldown. You can switch the priorities for skill 1 and skill 2 for you, but let's save and then test it out. Let me have only Vector here. By the way, you can also change the settings from the auto battle order settings here, but yeah, let's start. She should ult first, then skill 2 and then skill 1 in that order. Okay, so she did do that and then she will continue following that priority order. Nice. Let me showcase the other skill strategy type with Tololo and Springfield combo. I have a V3 Tololo and I will use aggressive movement so she can move up towards enemies when needed, and timeline strategy. I know I will use my V1 Springfield along with her, so Tololo will do 3 attacks every turn. On first round she will do ult, then skill 2, then ult again. After that, from next round she will do skill 1, skill 2, ult in that order. I am only setting up for 2 rounds here, you can set up all 7 rounds for Gunsmoke. Let me do Springfield next. Same thing with timeline strategy. Since she is V1 for me, I need to start with her skill 2 and also need to mention to target Hydro Phase element dolls. On round 2 she will do ult, then skill 1. And after that round 3 will be skill 2 again and so on. Let's just save and test out if this combo works for the first 2 turns as I set up. Okay, the order needs to be Springfield first and then Tololo, otherwise Tololo won't do 3 attacks first round and it will mess everything up. It's looking good, so let me start. Springfield did her S2 on Tololo. Tololo should now do her ult, then S2 and then ult again. Next turn Springfield ult, then S1, and now Tololo S1, then S2 and then ult. Okay, nice, it's working as I set it up. I hope you have a clear understanding of how to use this feature now. Those are the big new things. I do want to mention a few extra stuff that you should do right now. Go to targeted study and turn on this setting to automatically dismantle purple and below attachments when farming. Same exact settings is here in boundary push as well. You can now favorite shop items you buy regularly and buy them from here easily instead of going into every shop. Here's all the important items I have favorited for your reference. Also, don't forget to do this wave event you can access from here. You can do this daily to get some more extra rewards. I think that's it. I hope this video was helpful for you at least a little. Leave a like and subscribe if it was. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments as well. And I'll see you all later with more Girls Frontline content. Thanks and goodbye.